When I grow up, I would like to be a firefighter. I would like to be a veterinarian. And what would you like to be when you grow up? Change the world. This is a story about the boy who was a quick study, and it seemed that he was going to excel in everything the school threw at him. As he grew older, so did his curiosity and appetite for knowledge. He started challenging himself outside the school, starting entrepreneurial ventures, a restaurant, and a construction company, while being a talented athlete. He slowly realized that staying in Croatia was not going to satisfy his ambition, so he decided to pursue his education across Europe. One of the destinations was Paris, a beautiful city, but also the birthplace of so many amazing people to admire and learn from. One day, Ivan felt unwell, and he was in fact so ill that he had to go to the hospital. The doctors did some checks and told him that he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. His ideal world collapsed overnight. Ivan trusted his people and decided to return back home to receive the treatment. His first visit to the oncology center left him heartbroken, as he realized how many young people share the same disease. Due to the severity of his case, he had to spend the majority of his treatment in the hospital, where he became close friends with them. Several months of suffering followed, but one night was particularly tough. His chest mass became so large that he was constantly struggling to breathe. He realized that nobody should be going through this, and he made a promise to himself that if he makes it out of it, he is going to dedicate his life trying to fix it. His decision was also influenced by one specific doctor. Ivan found something very inspiring in the great amount of empathy and kindness she showed towards, not only hers, but every patient in the hematology department, and apart from a Roche medicine, rituximab, she was a key factor in the treatment's success. But her role after the treatment was equally as important. You see, when Ivan and his newly made friends finished their treatment, they were confronted with what is called the new normal. They felt lost, their bodies were completely destroyed, and there was a constant fear of relapse, which led to anxiety and depression. What they also had in common was the advice they would receive from the people around them, saying that they should lower their expectations in life, settle for less, and be happy that they have survived. But as a dreamer his whole life, that didn't sit well with Ivan. He wanted to prove them wrong and inspire his friends to pursue their dreams. Step by step, Ivan started to get back in shape, quite literally, as he had to learn how to walk and run again. Shortly afterwards, he resumed his education. Although from the outside, it might have seemed that everything was coming back together, there were internal struggles every day. A simple workout would lead to a fever for a few following days. A quick uphill walk to the university campus would cause coughing up blood due to the newly formed lung scar tissue. Even some common lifestyle choices like having a warm bath or a late dinner could trigger changes in vital signs measured by his wearable device. All of this, without context and knowledge, caused further worry and anxiety, which made it way harder to stay focused on goals and have a normal life. Luckily, the same doctor was always there to help and explain what was the cause of those events, which gave Ivan a sense of empowerment and calmness to continue his journey. After some time, Ivan was able to actually live a normal life and fulfill his dreams. He finished his studies in business and management with the highest distinction, won a trophy at the National Fitness Championship, and was employed at his dream company. Nothing would be possible without the companionship he had from his doctor, which inspired him to create a digital solution to bring the same sense of calmness and empowerment to every lymphoma patient.